Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy. More specifically about the first meeting of Ethel and Lucy, or as Lucille Ball and Vivian Vance. Before we get started with the video, I do want to remind you that YouTube changed the algorithm on how to search for videos just like mine for smaller channels just like mine. So the way to help a channel like this out to grow is to hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely 100% free, takes only a couple seconds to do, and it helps so much. I will make an extra effort to anyone in the comments below that lets me know that they subscribed after watching this video. I will make my best effort to respond to every single person who say that they just subscribed. So make sure and help me out, help the channel out. I really do appreciate it. Now, whenever we think of Lucy and Ethel, we think of the best friends that anyone could ever have. Great little quote there. But I mean, thinking of all the episodes, you could see how fun they had together. They were the best of friends. They had all these schemes planned out together. However, off camera, when the girls Lucille Ball and Vivian Vance met, it was not always heaven, and I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and why there was a little bit of tension there before they got to be real life friends. Even on camera, guys and gals, the episode Ethel's Birthday, we see the girls having a bit of an argument, a bit of a fight. Now, that is not unlike real life. And we hone in on Ethel Mertz. The casting of Ethel Mertz was probably one of the hardest they had to do in regards to all four characters, and that was for many reasons, which I won't get into here. But they finally arrived after going through many actresses at Vivian Vance. Now, Jess Oppenheimer, who was the creator of the show, went along with Mark Daniels, who was the director at the time, with Desi Arnaz to go and see one of Vivian Vance's plays, and they wanted to make sure that this woman was the right one. Mark Daniels knew her previously, and he said in his mind that she would be the perfect Ethel Mertz. Now, Lucille Ball didn't go because she had just come off from her first pregnancy of Lucy Arnaz Luckinbill. Now, according to Lucille Ball, she said that it was important for Jess Oppenheimer and Desi that she had to okay the lady that they chose, in this case, Vivian Vance. So they called her after they met with her and interacted with her in the play. All three of them reported to Lucy that, sight unseen, take our word for it, this girl is wonderful. Lucy said that this is all she wanted to hear. She told them to drive home carefully, bring her to Los Angeles, and that they would see her Monday morning starting at rehearsals. But this is in contrast to Desi Arnaz. He says something very different in his own autobiography. He said that he signed Vance to play Ethel that very evening. He actually paid her $350 a week. Well, that was her contract. That was how much she was going to make for the show. If we're thinking in terms of 2019 money, that's $3,453.67 a week. Desi Arnaz also added that he did this without even consulting Lucille Ball. And Lucy and Vivian did not even meet for over a month after that time. Now, whose rendition do you believe? Lucille Ball, that they consulted with her and she gave the final word? Or that Desi Arnaz did it on the spot? Which one do you think is most accurate? Let me know in the comments below. Vance and Ball would finally meet on September 3rd, 1951 at the initial I Love Lucy rehearsal. Now, as I mentioned before, not everything was harmonious to begin with. Desi was the one who decided to introduce the pair, bringing both girls together, and Vivian immediately responded with a friendly hello. Now, Lucy was a bit more skeptical, however. She was unimpressed with Vivian Vance at first. She felt that Vivian did not have the countenance of a landlady. Now, what do you think about that? Lucy believed that Vivian was not plump enough to play Ethel, and that her hair colors would photograph the same shade in black and white, and so she thought that was a big error. Now, these were cosmetic effects, and Vivian Vance finally responded that she looked stocky when photographed in front of a camera and easily could alter the tint of her hair. She was obviously very willing to adjust to make the show work, and this in time began to convince Lucille Ball that, well, I guess she's not a bad choice after all. The two girls, after a little bit of work during rehearsals, finally began to click. Now, Lucy saw how terrifically Vivian began to read her lines, and she liked that. Lucy loved work, and she loved good work ethic and professionalism. Now, Desi Arnaz later observed as well that he could not have found anyone better to play Ethel, or even as well as Vivian Vance did. I would really love to know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you believe of this meeting between these two big forces, Lucy and Ethel, Vivian or Lucille Ball? Because I think it is really interesting to see that they were not friends initially. They did not really even meet eye to eye, and there was a little bit of tension there on set when they did meet. However, Lucy loved that professionalism. Do you think Lucy was a little bit harsh in the beginning? Again, I would love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you next time, guys and gals. Don't forget to stay positive. Thank you all for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my supporters, Kenneth B, Verbal Volley, as well as fantastic Patreon supporters, Rick Drew, Andrew B, David D, and Joe Rayo.